Welcome, everyone, to Young at Heart, session number 66. I'm Father James DeLucio here in the Paulist Fathers Rectory Library to give us a little change of locale with a number of nursery rhymes for you today to keep us young at heart. The first one was inspired because a lot of babies are being born these months in our quarantine. Just a few weeks ago, my niece Amanda, my brother Edward's oldest daughter, gave birth to a little boy named Daxton Drews. She and Daniel, her husband, have been celebrating him. He's doing very well at home now in his third week of life in the outer atmosphere. And my niece Chelsea, my brother Edward's younger daughter, should be giving birth to a daughter any day now. And so, as we continue to pray for Chelsea and her husband Dominic and a safe delivery, and for all those women having the special challenge of giving birth during the coronavirus, I dedicate this poem, nursery rhyme, called Feetikins. It's really about a toddler getting ready to take his or her first steps. I like it, Feetikins, because really, what do we do with babies, especially the younger ones in the first year or so? It's feed them, feed them, feed them, because they're hungry, hungry, hungry. So here we have Feetikins. Feetikin, Feetikin, when will ye gang? When the nichts turn short and the days turn lang, I'll toddle and gang, toddle and gang, I'll toddle and gang, I'll toddle and gang. And here we can do a little exercise. I haven't been exercising much with you lately. So if you're sitting in your chair or standing, you can kind of waddle, taking a gentle step right to left, just kind of as a toddler would as he or she's beginning to take their first steps. Toddle and gang, toddle and gang, I'll toddle and gang, I'll toddle and gang. Exciting days for parents and the children as well. Now here we have a different version of Tom the Piper's son, the one who stole a pig and away he run. This is a whole different take on Thomas. In this one, he plays a pipe, and it reminds me a little bit of the Pied Piper of Hamelin Town, that powerful children's story poem. But here we go with Tom the Piper's son. Tom, the piper's son, he learned to play when he was young, but all the tunes that he could play was over the hills and far away, over the hills and a great way off, and the wind will blow my topknot off. Topknot. And the weird wind will blow my topknot off. Now Tom with his pipe made such a noise that he pleased both the girls and boys, and they stopped to hear him play over the hill and far away. Tom with his pipe did play with such skill that those who heard him could never stand still. Whenever they heard, they began for to dance, even the pigs on their hind legs would prance. As Dolly was milking the cow one day, Tom took out his pipe and began to play. So Doll and the cow danced the Cheshire round, till the pail was broke and milk poured on the ground. He met old Dame Trot with a basket of eggs. He used his pipe and she used her legs. She danced about till the eggs were all broke, and she began for to fret, and Tom laughed at the joke. He saw a cross fellow who was beating an ass, heavy laden with pots, pans, dishes, and glass. He took out his pipe and played them a tune, and the jackass's load was lightened full soon. I think I like this Tom. He is a prankster, but he has care for animals, as we were talking about yesterday. How important that is. And now, we hope we can all stay away from the doctors, and we're reminded how children, for the most part, care not to visit the doctor. This is called Dr. Fell. I do not like thee, Dr. Fell. The reason why I cannot tell, but this I know, and know full well. I do not like thee, Dr. Fell. Here's an interesting, historically contextualized nursery rhyme from events that began in 1605 in England. The 5th of November. Please to remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy, 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 stick him up on high. Put him on the bonfire, and there let him die, die, die. Now, who is Guy, Guy, Guy? Well, have you heard of Guy Fawkes Day in England? November the 5th. Well, in 1605, Guy Fawkes, F-A-W-K-E-S, he and a group of Catholic sympathizers against the crown started a revolt. But they were quickly put out because they actually were trying to assassinate King James I and blow up Parliament. All that over the fact that they didn't have religious freedom. Not a very Christian attempt to reconcile a difficult situation. Nevertheless, they were caught, and Guy Fawkes was burned at the stake, and it became a day of national pride. Church bells would be rung each year commemorating that we Catholics were just stomped out, and the full embrace of the Anglican Church would reign in England as it does to today, but with a lot more religious tolerance. And Catholics now are a considerable part of Great Britain, perhaps not in large numbers, but I hear the most attentive to their faith. They attend church, mass more regularly by percentages than others. All the same, this continued. Now, we're talking 1605 for centuries, and there were bonfires and then a lot of violence, and of course things got out of hand. But eventually, by the late 19th and into the 20th century, guess what? This commemoration day was appropriated by children, and the custom became increasingly so. The children would display their little effigies and go around the towns, accosting passers-by with a plaintive or aggressive statement, such as, "Penny for the guy? Penny for the guy?" It was like our Halloween trick or treats. There are variations, of course. In Lancashire, children would go cob coaling to collect material for their bonfires, which now are pretty much organized in people's either backyards with adult supervision, or a town may have it in their town, not their hall, in their town park, and with police and fire supervisions, and they would throw various things into the fire and dance around and sing songs and keep reciting this 5th of November poem that we just heard. In, in Yorkshire, it was called guising, as in Guy Fawkes, guising, and they would play variety of different games. All that on the 5th of November. It's such a short poem, since I've given you such a long explanation. Why don't I read it again? The 5th of November. Please to remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy, 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 stick him up on high, put him on the bonfire, and leave him there to die. Well, that solves things, doesn't it? One more. Billy, Billy. Billy, Billy, come and play while the sun shines bright as day. Yes, my Polly, so I will. I love to please you still. Billy, Billy, have you seen Sam and Betsy on the green? Yes, my Paul, I saw them pass, skipping o'er the new moon grass. Billy, Billy, come along, and I will sing a pretty song. Oh, then, Polly, I'll make haste, not one moment will I waste, but will come and hear you sing, and my fiddle I will bring. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow I will have a song for you, so tune in on YouTube or Facebook, as is your preference, as you wish. To quote that wonderful film, The Princess Bride, stay healthy, keep safe, and here we go. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful day.